Greetings, fellow wastelanders, and welcome to my settlement tour of Oberland Station. I took a bit of time off from building to play some Dying Light 2, but now I'm back, and I thought I'd start here. This build was done on a PlayStation 5 using the Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition, which includes DLCs such as Nuka World and Far Harbor. I do not use any building mods, however I do have Creation Club creations installed, so you will see some CC skins in my builds, such as the clothing and the dog. However, I do not use any actual CC build objects in this settlement. In this playthrough, I had established a few raider settlements via the Nuka World DLC before playing out the open season mission and wiping out the raiders. Part of the reason I did this was so that I could create settlement objects that were unique to the raiders in various settlements. The idea behind the settlement is that it is being run by a group of reformed raiders who saw the futility of their ways and decided to live in peace and focus on trade and farming. I began this build by focusing on the tracks that run along the side of the settlement. I thought it would be cool to build platforms on either side of the tracks. I did not want to cover up the tracks, however. Taking a cue from the design of the third rail in Good Neighbor, I put floors down that would allow settlers to navigate the area, but also still allow you to see the tracks underneath.
Hope you ain't one of them synths. You're a spy on me.
At the entrance of the settlement is a guard station. Generally, attacks come from this direction, so it made sense to put it here. Let's start with the left side of the platform. Here, we have the Booze Bar, a place for weary travelers to get a drink and a snack before they do any trading in the settlement. This bar functions just like a normal bar, but it has a very unique texture.
Yes?
Next door is the chem shop. This stand functions the same way a clinic would in a regular settlement, but features a unique texture. Inside, we have a chem station, and behind the chem maker is a bathtub full of raw ingredients, including hub flowers and lure weed. On the other side, we have a settler working the booze still. This item is unique to raider settlements and generates vodka and happiness for the settlement. The pick-me-up station is a raider settlement object that generates chems on its own. The sleeping bags on either side of it give settlers and visitors a place to ride out their highs. Upstairs, we have a sleeping area for the guards. They always have to be ready for action, so I wanted to keep it fairly open in case they had to get into a shootout right as soon as they jump out of bed. Here we have another guard station, along with a storage area and a place for them to cook food.
Lost track of how many blisters I got. Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Down here, we have boxcar living spaces. With the railroad tracks down below, using the boxcars makes perfect sense in this settlement. This space allows settlers and cats alike to rest up after a long day's work. Out here, we have an outdoor seating area for settlers to enjoy some food and smokes. During the mission, the molecular level, you can construct parts of a teleportation machine to get into the Institute. However, once you complete that mission, you can no longer build those parts. So, I ran around building parts from the teleportation machine at various settlements to use later. In this case, I glitched the settlement recruitment beacon into the base of the teleporter to create this fun visual effect. I like to think that the lights on either side of the beacon help enhance its range. Unfortunately, Oberland Station does not have any bodies of water that allow you to build a large water purifier, so I built several water pumps and distributed them throughout the settlement. And here, we have the large bar restaurant at the settlement. I ran out of build space, and this settlement represents 3 build bars worth of space already, so I did not want to push it any further. So unfortunately, no funny name for the business this time.
Hi, how are you? You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
This dining table is meant to be an area that can be reserved by settlers or visitors for special events. I wanted to create a unique looking bar for the settlement, so I glitched together a small bar and the overseer desk from the Vault Tech Workshop DLC. I really like how the combination of textures worked out. Upstairs, we have the living quarters for the bar owners. One of them is a big geek who loves collecting stuff and even has a replica of the Silver Shroud's outfit. The gym area is open for all settlers to use. Decoration items include weights, taken from the boxing gym near Pickman's Gallery, and this Raider training mannequin.
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
Out here is a nice seating area for settlers to relax and enjoy a meal or smoke. It is partly covered by a warehouse roof piece that I glitched into the building to act as an overhang. The settlement clinic is run by a former disciple. She was already quite familiar with anatomy from slicing up lots of enemies, but now she turns her skill with the knife to heal instead of harm. Settlers and visitors alike can also purchase chems here using another pick-me-up station.
How many doctors around these days? You should let me take a look at you.
Now let's head up to Oberland Market. The Outfitter here is another unique raider settlement shop. It serves the same purpose as a clothing shop in normal settlements. Interestingly, when it was run by real raiders from Nuka World, they did sell raider clothing, but now that they're gone, it's just a regular clothing shop. However, to keep some of the raider sensibility intact, I have the shop displaying several raider-style outfits.
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
The next store is the gear shop. This stand is also unique to raider settlements and acts as a general junk dealer. For the purposes of this settlement in my story, I've made this vendor a general purpose one with everything from a Braxo to armor to weapons.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
To stay nearby the stores, the shop owners live in this boxcar structure. This is a look at the exterior of the shops. I also worked in a power armor station because I like having a suit of power armor at every settlement in case it is needed by the sole survivor. It also adds a nice visual punch.
Yes.
Settlers need to stay clean, so here we have a structure dedicated to it. First, we have 2 bathrooms the settlers can use on the first level. I deliberately placed them out of the way in a kind of a corner of the settlement so people could do their business in peace. And here we have a booze still providing drinks for a snack bar that's upstairs. Mmm, crispy squirrel bits and some Nuka love. Gotta love it. Upstairs, we have a snack bar and a settler who manages the baths. Really, I just love an excuse to use the bathrobe. Don't worry, it's modded with ballistic weave and she's armed with a minigun.
Don't much care for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
I wanted the bathtub area to have a nice chill feeling, where settlers and visitors alike can clean up and just zone out. The balcony area is a nice place to grab a smoke, but it also has access to a turret outside in case you need to repair it. To the left, you can see the Creation Club boxer dog, and to the right is the settlement's free-range Brahmin. This section with the boxcar is the domain of the settlement's maintenance man. He sleeps inside the boxcar and maintains a lot of the settlement's key infrastructure, such as the power generator and the water pumps. You may be wondering why I have this busted looking plant here. This settlement has an unfortunate glitch where plants that are damaged cannot be repaired. To get around this, you need to store and replant them before they get damaged. I didn't manage to do that with this one, so here it sits, looking sad. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I've been playing Dying Light 2 recently. In that game, residents of the city have set up rooftop gardens everywhere, so I took inspiration from that and set one up here. Underneath the stairs and scaffolding is a rest area for the farmers to hang out and grab a bite to eat when they're taking breaks. This white tower structure is already at Oberland when you arrive, and it cannot be scrapped. So I decided to turn it into the sole survivor's touchdown point when she stays at Oberland. Inside, I glitched floor pieces in to give it a cleaner look. I also glitched fence pieces into the windows to give them a boarded up look. When settlers want to cook something up, they can use this cooking station here while enjoying some fresh air. Well, as fresh as it gets in the wasteland, anyhow.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
And that is my settlement tour of Oberland Station. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you enjoy what I do, please consider subscribing. Kind comments are always appreciated. If you have any questions about something you have seen in this video, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer them in a timely manner. Special thanks to my patrons on Patreon, who support my activities on Ben's World of Transformers and allow me to create videos such as these. If you are interested in a bonus nighttime tour, stay tuned after this message. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland.
Yeah.
out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. The whole place is run by robots.
If you work, you eat. It's simple as that.
Huh? Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.